What's up, folks? Kung Fu Grip, and I'm here today with some post-patch Rush gameplay. Yeah, the fall patch has been released. I finally got it downloaded, and I've played a few rounds. Haven't played a lot of rounds. I'll talk about that a little bit later. But this round is on Operation Lockers. We're playing defense, and I'm using the MG4 with infrared sight and some smoke grenades. I also have the XM25, which I find is really effective with the smoke grenades, and I'll put that to good use. And I'm also using the Deagle. So, what are you guys' thoughts on the patch so far? Are you liking it? Is it doing has it changed the gameplay sufficiently that you see it as a positive thing? Does it give you all you wanted from this game, or is it one of those deals where you're like, man, this game's been out for a year. These things should have been fixed a long time ago. It never should have went to production with this. Is all this just too little, too late? Like I said before, I don't have a lot of game time with the patch, or since the patch. I've got probably 5 or 6 rounds. I had a round before this. I was playing defense again on Siege of Shanghai, and I really liked the way that they've reduced the ability for other players to bring verticality into the game, and the way that they've reset the MCOM. It worked out really good, and that's kind of the case with this as well. I feel like the MCOM placement they've done a really good job with. They've made it so that the defending team has a good chance to defend it. However, if the other team plays aggressively, kind of gets around them and stuff like that guy did right there, they're able to get the sets and be able to do the things that they need to do. As far as the stuff that I played, and I really like about this patch, is the countdown system at the start of maps. It seems like it's really kind of narrowed that window. I know used to on Rush maps, a lot of times you would jump in and it was like as soon as, sometimes you got loaded in, if you didn't have a solid state hard drive, they'd already have the first MCOM, or sometimes the whole first set of MCOMs already set, and that made it really tough. The second thing that I really like about it is the movement speed. They've tried to mimic the movement speed that they had in Battlefield 3. And while the gameplay still doesn't seem quite as smooth, the movement doesn't seem as smooth. You do get to top speed quicker. It's improved the gameplay anyway. I like the new hit markers, those Battlefield 3 style hit markers, where you get a bolder hit marker depending upon the amount of damage that you're doing to the player that you're putting bullets into, and I see that as a really positive thing. Another thing I really like is the reduced grenade and explosive spam. I've gotten to play a couple rounds of Operation Metro since the patch released, and it was really kind of a different game. Of course, there's still the people using the RPGs, using the SMAs, but it significantly has reduced just the amount of grenade spam, especially, and the XM25s, where somebody would just lock down a corridor with an XM25 and there was nothing you could do because they could just sit there and just reload it over and over again. Another thing that I've noticed, and again, this is one of those things that I don't have any way to really substantiate. This is one of those things that I look at and I go, this is just my opinion based upon the short time that I've had playing. But it doesn't seem that the game favors the players with high ping quite as much as it used to. Before, if a player had 130 ping or something like that, and you went head to head with them, they were at a real advantage, and there wasn't a whole lot that you could do about that. With all the good things I've said about it, there's also some stuff that just makes me crazy. Probably the biggest one is getting stuck on stuff while you're trying to move around the map. There's a lot of folks, they'll complain about bunny hopping, but I actually find myself doing it, kind of going back to the old Battlefield 3 bunny hopping style, just so that I don't get hung up on stuff. Dying while you're in cover, you're behind a deal, and you've made it to cover, yet it's one of those deals where you're still going to go down. This is one of those deals where I don't blame this completely on the developers, but I really do feel like that if they'd have done a better job with the game at launch, that it might not have been as big a deal. But it's really just finding decent populated servers to play on. Servers with people who know what they're doing, who want to engage in the teamwork. What I find as often as not is you've got people where they're just kind of camping their little area, locking it down, killing anybody who walks by. They're hidden their corner halfway into a wall. And there's not a whole lot you can do about that. And that, to me, that's not a whole lot of fun. And that kind of comes right into the second one, is people not working together. And again, that has really nothing to do with the patch. That has more to do with the player base. So for you guys that are part of the player base, I'm begging you, hey, when you're playing, be a good team player. Do the things that you can to help your team out. That's probably my biggest complaint. But like I said, it's still a pretty fun game. I have been playing a lot of Battlefield 3. I still kind of prefer that. But I'll tell you that this ended up being pretty fun for me. Having a good time with it. Look forward to getting to play some more. Hopefully I'll see you guys on the battlefield. That's really all I've got for this one. I'm going to go ahead and let the rest of this round play out. I hope that you guys enjoy it. My name is KungFuGrip, and I'm out.